If you're on if you're on Ancestry.com and you know you have, ancestors from East Europe, right? And you got your results. You send your, saliva to the lab and you got your results, and it says a certain percentage in East Europe and Russia, but you can't find any family members added to the tree, meaning you have a lot of family members on one side of the family, but the side of your family that's from East Europe, you can't find. It's because, I'll tell you this, a lot of people that send their DNA test into the lab on Ancestry.com, AncestryDNA.com, are Irish. There's 99 regions in Ireland, more regions than any other country. That's what Ancestry DNA said if you read it online. Not a lot of people that have ancestors from East Europe countries like Hungary, Romanian, Polish, Russia. I mean, they could be on other sites too. Your European East family members could be on other DNA sites. They have to be on the same DNA site in order to, you know, add a lot of family members to the tree. Like which family member, was born in Hungary or Romanian or Polish, Poland or Ukraine or Russia, or European East countries. So is Middle East and Caucasus and Turkey, stuff like that. It's because most people that send their DNA saliva to the lab are from West Europe. Now, if they're from Europe, if they have ancestors from Europe, a lot of the DNA, it comes out as Western Europe. Now, I have ancestors from European East and European West. Now, I built a lot of family members. I have a lot of family members on my tree, and most of them are from European West. I have trouble, myself getting family members from European East on my tree. Now I only have it from one side of the family. So if you're having trouble, you're thinking, other people may not have trouble, but I do. You ever think that? You might, if it's you, I'm having trouble getting, family members that are from East Europe, you know, I'm having trouble. So you're not the only one, you know, that's having trouble getting, European East and Russia. Because if you get your results, that's what comes up as European East and Russia family members. But and other people say, oh, East Europe, you have family members from East Europe and you're having trouble getting them on your tree. Well, I'm having trouble. And if you have family members, and also if you have family members, if you're a person that has family members from East Europe and you're not having trouble, well, then you're not having trouble. But people might think, oh, I'm the only one, blah, blah, blah. It is hard. And the reason is, like I said, not a lot of people that are signed up on Ancestry.com and they send their DNA to the lab. Most of them are East Europe, West Europe. That is, if they have ancestors from Europe, most likely it's West Europe. A lot of them are Ireland, England, Scotland, blah, blah, blah. Not many that have ancestors from East Europe, like Hungary and Rome. They don't really send their DNA to the lab. Because most people that live in the United States, If their ancestors are from Europe, then usually they come from England, Scotland. Most if you ask people, "Well, where'd your ancestors come from?" Most of them will say the Western Europe countries in West Europe. "Oh, my ancestors came from Ireland. My ancestors came from, Scotland, England, Germany, or French." Some might say East Europe. Some, some. Um, my last name for East Europe countries is Jura. Well, that's not my birth name, but I have that in the family. I have that in the family. And, Roth, well, that's German, but married to a Jura, you know. But it's hard. It is hard finding your family members from East Europe. It is hard. 'Cause like I said, most of the DNA sent to the lab are Western Europe. So, you know, it's hard.